Okay, hi guys, and welcome to our second video on gun cleaning products. In this video we will clean and grease some guns, pistols, but this is not a tutorial on how to clean your pistol, because there's many of those and there's many different pistols. This is more of a video to show how many different gun products, gun cleaning and taking care products actually exist out there. So we're gonna start with this Glock here. Always check, safety, guns empty, mags out, that's it. Alright, so just some quick basic disassembly. We will not put out the trigger and everything, just the barrel. So it goes like this. We got the four main pieces, and what we want to start is we're gonna prep our rod and our brushes. Now of course these rods, you need the right one for your guns. Like this one is perfect for pistols. Of course these exist in many different varieties, lengths, calibers and stuff like that. And of course we need all the other cleaning tools, so we're gonna start with the brush. And we're gonna put on the nylon brush for a 9mm caliber. But first off, we're gonna start with the lower, and we're gonna use this Tetra Gun cleaner, degreaser, and we're just going to spray it on some of these parts. This one's new, so it's good. Not too much. And then there's the brushes. You got Tetra Gun sells this nice little 3-piece brush with a steel brush, bronze brush, and a nylon brush, but I just prefer to use just the nylon one. We're just gonna scrape this a little bit, all the vital parts, where most of the gunpowder residue accumulates. Not too much though. Just rub it really nicely. Then use any non-woven cloth if you don't want little pieces of cloth lying everywhere. Just go like this. Take the excess solvent off. And now we're just gonna use the Action Blaster, which is a great product, because this thing, it will just push out all the impurities from your gun. So we put this thing in here. And we can of course use it everywhere. Like we can do it through the barrel. Just it's highly pressurized, so it will just push out anything. And of course, because it's alcohol, so it will vaporize. You can also use it around the firing pin and everywhere. There's no damage to it. And of course to remove the cleaner. Now this is not the best thing to do inside, but due to the weather we don't really have much possibility right now. Just wipe off the excess. But even if you don't, it will just vaporize. The problem is when it vaporizes, it will show like a few dots and stuff like that. Nothing to worry about, just stuff like this, but this can also be wiped off with no problem. So now we're just gonna push this through the barrel a couple of times. And the thing is, like most manufacturers, they don't advise you to pull the brush backwards, and also because it gets dirty when you push it through, you don't want to push this back through the barrel, so I just usually take it off, pull it out, and do it just as many times as you think you need to do it to clean your barrel. Like that. And then we have another nice product, which is called a patch holder, which will hold your patch when you push it through the barrel. Now you can buy pre-cut patches, you can cut your own. these are really good. Just make sure to use like polypropylene stuff, non-wovens and similar products, not tissues or something like that. Those are not good. So this will just take off the excess degreaser like that. Throw it away. And I'll just put this away for now. And now this is just basically it. Now we could go disassemble the trigger kit and everything, but what we just wanted to do is remove the powder residue that's accumulated over there. So now what we want to do is grease it up a little bit. Now we all know Glocks are not to be greased too much, so we can use different types of lubricants like this, or pure grease in tubes like this. But what I like to use on the Glock, because supposedly it's precise, you need to use something like this. So what you want to do is just put a little bit of this, just a drop here and there, inside the slide, in the grooves. Now you can also put it just a little bit on the cloth. Just wipe stuff like this off. Make it shiny again, if you like your gun shiny, but it's not necessary. Now, the shorter versions of Glocks that don't have these openings, they also advise you to grease that part so it doesn't slide on the barrel, but I don't use that. What you can do is just put maybe a few drops on the barrel and just wipe it nicely all around it. Not on the chamber, of course, you don't grease that. Now here is just another vital part of the Glock that you want to grease, is the connector. So you just, this is why I like this one, because it's got a thin straw. You just put one small drop in there. When you make the actions, it will all run in there. We're just gonna assemble it back now. Times. Okay, now maybe what you want to do is just again put a little bit of grease or any sort of lubricant on this and just wipe the outside nicely so you got a nice gun. If there's anything left from the aerosols and stuff like that, it will just clean it right off. And that's it, that's the basic, like something you can do in 5 minutes after every shoot. But this is for Glocks because they're not supposed to be over greased. But we've got another nice little gun here. Now this is a very old, it's a Beretta M71 model in 22 caliber. These were made in the 70s, mostly they were used by Mossad. And the thing is, these are old, they're rugged, and they can use a little bit more grease. So let's just check if it's empty, of course. Now, what we want to do is just pull the slide off, disassemble it, and the first process is just about the same. We're gonna use this degreaser on all the greased up parts, like this, not around the needle though, try not to do that, and use the brush again on the grooves, on the inside, also maybe on the outside, because these guns tend to get a little bit more dirty. Also we can use it on the outsides of the barrel, but that part's not that necessary. Wipe off the guide rod because it gets a little bit residue on it and a little bit of grease. So the second part is, again, we're gonna clean the barrel, same type, just different brush for the right caliber. Take it off. And one more time. This is the advantage of this modular guide rods, because you can change all sorts of heads and tools and brushes on them. They come in handy. So what we want to use now is another type of lubricant. This is a heavy duty grease by arch oil. So what we want to, because this gun it gets a bit more friction, so we can use this grease for a little bit more lubrication. It's also a good grease, it won't stick, it won't collect residue and stuff like that. So you just want to put a little bit of it in the sleds. On both sides. You can use whatever you want, I just use my finger here. Push it in. Now for the protection of the barrel and the outside of the gun, you can use this. This is the arch oil. It is arch oil 2400. It is a similar product to this one, but it's more liquidy. It's in a spray. I can show you the greatest advantage of this one. I've got a piece of paper here. If I spray this like on my hand, it goes dry very fast. The same on the paper. You can see it shows I heated it. It's quite dry. I have some dust here. I'm just gonna put on and rub in, and you see when I put it off, there's no dust left because it's all dry, but it's nice and smooth now, more than the rest of the paper. So it lubricates your gun, but it won't collect any dust. So what we want to do with this one is just put it on the barrel on the outside, spread it nicely. And then just put the gun back together. Like that. That's it. Do the action a few times to spread out the grease nicely. And of course we can also use this on the outside because it dries nicely, so it won't bother you later. Just spread it out right off. It will also clean off any cleaner residue or anything left from the vapor of the action blaster and stuff like that. But that's it. These are some of the products. Now you can find many more on the market, but you can find a lot in our store. We have several actions now, discounts, stuff like that. And also one subscriber to our YouTube channel will be getting one arch oil for free from us, and we will declare the winner in the next video when we will show you how to clean a rifle barrel and then apply a new blue to it.